Hey, welcome back to class. I'm happy you could make it back to the second lesson of swag school. Now, from the last session, I hope I showed you that I really want you all to win. I want to show my gratitude of my history and pass it on to you guys. Maybe you guys can even teach me something. Who knows? Today will be a good one. It's something that a lot of people do, but don't know how to do as efficiently. And before we hop into today's lesson, I want you all to know that if no one told you, you are indeed great. Lesson for today, fit pics. Probably the most known, talked about thing when it comes to the fashion scene. You see them everywhere on social media. Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, Facebook. You see them everywhere. You go on an average fashion dude, fashion lady, they're gonna have fit pics on their page. And you probably wonder often, how do they make theirs look so good? I'm not gonna teach you how to take fit pics like them, but how to improve your own. There's a difference. I'm not making copycats, I'm making new cats, new gens. I'm making you into your own person. Let's dive deeper into this. They don't pay me enough to be doing this. They're like, I'm tired, bro. I'm tired. Do one of you wanna come do this? Cover the board from, do one of y'all wanna? No? Alright. Let's discuss the most important part of a fit pic. Your fit. What are you wearing? This is entirely subjective to what you want to wear. I'm not going to tell you what to wear, how you should wear it, what shoes, what pants, what top. That's entirely up to you, but I will say it's probably the most important part of the whole process. So make sure it's something that you're comfortable with wearing, you want to wear, it looks good, fashionable to you, and you'll be good. If you want a more in-depth process of how to actually curate the perfect fit, hope you did your notes. If not, I did post the footage of that on the Google Drive file. If you want to go back to that, you can. What do you want to wear? It's a fit pic. Not the most important part of all time, but I know it's the most important to the person that's taking the pictures. Choose wisely, not for the comments, the likes, social media, but for yourself. So now that we have the outfit, it's time to go take the fit pics. As y'all seen, this one is a little bit out of the box, I'm gonna be honest, and very impulsive as well. I didn't plan on taking fit pics today, but that's my everything though. It'd be a random night. I'm like, yo, what am I doing tomorrow? Haven't posted in a minute. Let's go take some fit pics. We got the varsity jacket. Surprisingly, I've never worn this in fit pics ever. We go, of course, Vnster on a hat. I've been wearing this literally in every single fit pic, bro. Like, no cap. I know they probably tired of it. It doesn't matter. I made it. I'm going to wear it. Simple. On the bottoms, crazy thing about these is they were like the original camo, like green at first, but then I dyed them. I meant to dye them a black, but they ended up turning into, like, if I get into the light, they turned into like a purple almost, but you see the intended color was CDG. It's CDG. I don't know why that shit's so funny, but we go CDG. Fit is probably the most hardest part, since that's pretty much the whole thing. But there's other vital parts of the fit pic, which we're about to get into now, and that is the... Now diving into the second part, which is probably, I know I said finding the fit is the most important part, but if I'm being honest, this next part dictates if the fit will even look good in the pictures. The fit may look good alone, but in the pictures, where are you taking the pictures? Probably the most important part of this whole entire lesson, because this can make or break if the pictures will look good. Fit might be perfect, 10 out of 10, but we're taking fit pics. We're not just analyzing the fit, we're taking fit pictures, so things like this matter. So what I will say is be very analytical and wise on where you take your pictures. I used to take my pictures in front of my house. Keep in mind, back then, I didn't have the most good looking house, the best house, but it was a start, and it's crazy because it was on a random day. I used to take pictures with my bro, shout out to bro Tav. One day he randomly said, yo, let's go downtown and take pictures. The fit still wasn't the best, but the scenery of where we took them opened my mind drastically. I then learned, wow, I don't have to take pictures in front of my house. Keep in mind, we were getting Ubers, so it wasn't as convenient. Nowadays, I can just hop in a V, go straight downtown. But back then, was getting Ubers, but it was a part of commitment. Fit pic shit got serious back then, and it still does now. One key place that I think you should start to take your fit pics is downtown. I'm pretty sure every state, every city has a form of their own downtown. And the reason I say start there is because there's a lot of scenery, a lot of different buildings. You can mix and match, you can get creative with it. I will say though, when you first get down there, especially if you don't normally go down there or take pictures down there, it can be overwhelming given the fact that it is so many spots. But speaking from personal experience, the more that I took fit pics, the more you realize it's not that big. Like, I live in Ohio, my downtown is not that big. A person that's visiting might be like, wow, this shit is huge, but I've taken fit pics in almost every single area downtown, even repeating some of the same spots. It's all reliable. I've tried everything else, but I know where I can pick and choose and figure out which spot is really gonna hit for the fit that I'm wearing. Another key factor, the more that you take pictures, the more you realize, maybe not this one, but I know another spot over there that'd be perfect for that one. So it's a lot of trial and error, but this is probably the most important part of the fit pick. And that is the location. Now, I'm gonna be honest, I just got down here to the spot. I took my last fit pics down here on this spot. Luckily, there's nobody over here. It's in the alleyway. I'm gonna be honest, it is downtown, so I'll be kind of nervous. A lot of homeless people down here, unfortunately. And I'm on an empty stomach, bro. I chose to fit pics over eating. And I low-key didn't feel like cooking, I'm gonna be honest. But besides the fact, we're not talking about my eating habits. We got everything fit. I didn't show y'all the undershirt. This is the undershirt. I was low-key scared to wear it down here because I just like the graphic, bro. This shit's talking about some defense. I don't know. Top is in here, which is the varsity jacket. But once you have the two down, the fit and the location, we're good for number 3. As we start to get a little bit more deeper into this, I do need to grab up a note. Keep in mind, it's nothing wrong with using notes, kids. Yo, Johnny, Timmy, did you guys do notes or nah? Per usual, slackers. You for sure have to go through an in-depth of experience to really get the grasp of this. Who's taking them? You have 2 options. You can take them with a friend or use a tripod. Both have their pros and cons, I'd say. Taking them with a friend, I've learned it really does depend on a person. I've had people that took my fit pics, came out great. Some came out terrible. Some I had to just settle and be like, it is what it is. I know editing, because granted, angling is very important. Who's taking your pictures, how you're taking your pictures is very important, but I feel like a pic can be bad, but if you know how to like tweak it and angle it correctly, you can turn some mid into great. If you have a good friend like me, that's not rushing your pics, taking their time, not, yo bro, are we done yet? Can we dip out now, bro? You don't want to have them as your friends. They are going to drive you hell. But that's what's kind of turned me into moving on to tripod fit pics, quote unquote, or in other words, taking the pictures by myself, which in my opinion is the better option. But when you first get into it, it can be kind of nerve-wracking depending on where you're taking the pictures. Here's why. 9 times out of 10, I'm assuming you're going in an area where there's going to be people walking by, cars walking by. If you're a very anxious or nervous person, there's going to be people staring at you. There's going to be people looking. People might even ask you, yo, what are you doing? People might walk by, smile, laugh, whatever the case may be. In those instances, I've learned to just, mindset is everything. If they smiling, they looking, they laughing, they think I got on the hardest fit of our time and they never seen nothing like this before. That's just personally. You have to think like that. Because I know the first thing in your mind is going to be like, damn, why are they looking at me? Is my fit trash? What is it? No, you have one of the best fit of all time. Think like that. Keep that mindset. But as you know, there's always some good that comes alongside with the bad. So when taking fit pics on your own, you can take as many as you want, can get any angle that you want to get. You're in control overall. You don't have to worry about, somebody thumbing in the picture, somebody rushing you, or you almost done. The tripod doesn't care how long y'all are there, as long as you make sure that motherfucker is straight. Also, another key factor that I should add that you will need, I don't know the specific name, but I called it a camera tapper. Basically, this is like a mini button. It's this little thing right here, basically, that when you tap the button, it takes the picture on its own, so you can be far as hell from the camera and still take the picture. A friend in a sense, but it just can't move the camera. It's just taking the picture for you at a distance, so you don't got to keep going back and forth. It's a small piece, but it's very vital and makes the process of taking the fit pics a lot easier if you're doing them on your own. I advise you to get that, unless you want to get the cardio and go back and forth. It's up to you, but I do prefer the tripod method over anything else. It's all preference though, especially if this is your first time. You might be nervous going downtown or wherever you're taking your pics with a big ass tripod, a phone, and a button tapper and a crazy good fit, and get anxious and think the worst if people are looking at you. But I promise you, the more you do it, the better you get at it. Handy dandy tripod. This is going to be your best friend. This long ass thing, it's going to be your best friend. Pause. Comes with a different piece. This is so I can put my phone on it. Boom, snap that up, and we're good to go. Also, this piece right here as well, bro. This is like your second but most important best friend, especially when taking fit pics. Just to the simple fact of, you don't have to go back and forth when taking your pictures. Just one snip of a button, boom, and it'll take on its own. And for the last and final bonus tip, I will give you all some cool settings, features, and what I use to actually get the best outcome when taking pictures. On your phone, assuming you have an iPhone, I'm pretty sure you can do this on Android as well, I advise you to add the grid settings on your phone on the camera. It makes things 10 times easier, and if you're trying to get the perfect angle, it makes that easier as well. And there's also another thing that you can add on there, allows you to see when your phone is being perfectly centered. When it's off balance, the line will show show, but when you balance it up, the line will go away, and that's how you know your picture is center perfect. So advise you to add those two settings on there. Very vital to getting that perfect angle. I also use the rule, I think it's called the rule of thirds. Maybe, I think that's the name. I'm not too familiar with the grammar, but basically with the 3 gridding, how I know I'm taking a perfect angle pic, if my head is at the top block, green. If my torso / mid body is in the middle one, green. And if my legs from like the waist down is in the lower box, also green. So if those are all checked off, I know I'm getting a perfect picture. It's beautiful. And then you don't have to do this, but it's kind of just finding your style and how you want your pictures to look. But play with the exposure. I like to put mine at 1 point up higher. I like the brighter lighting. It gives a certain vibe of the pics depending on the outfit, but it does give a certain vibe to me that I like a little bit more. But again, you might like yours a little bit dimmed, or you might like yours even higher than that, or that at the light I gave you all. It's really all preference, but it's something that you can play around with to really expand how you want your pictures to look. That's pretty much it. The rest is history. It's just a matter of rinse and repeating. Once you're able to successfully prep yourself for all of these steps, you'll now know how to take fit pics. I hope you all enjoyed this lesson. I know it was a short one, but bittersweet as well. Very important if you're trying to get into the, I feel like, fashion game, or just put yourself out there to build that portfolio, whether you want to be a model, you want to be the next Bloody Osiris and be known for taking the fit pics, which is crazy. It's a lot of people that's going off fit pics. A lot of people getting the brand deals, free clothes, etc. And me personally, I'm still working every day to try to get to that point. I think there is no limits to this shit at all. Little backstory for me. I still want to, but I want to be a model. I've kind of gotten the understanding of maybe not a full-on like signed agency model. I don't think I'll have necessarily the time for it all, but you never know. I always say like, yo, I want to walk a runway. I want to model for the big brands, my favorite brands, Margie, Matthew, Aleeks. I got the Aleeks Forces, one of my favorite shoes. Shout out Matt, that design is so crazy. I want to for sure walk for Matt. I don't know if he still be heavy on the clothes. For sure want to get on like the runway side of Aleeks, Margie, Rav Simmons, even if it's like Adidas or Nikes. Like I really fuck with that heavy. I know it's a lot of qualifications you gotta have for that. Height wise kind of butcher me, but I'm a for sure walk a runway before I'm out of here on the earth. So a little bit of history for me. I feel like the fit pics for sure gets me out there in that standpoint. I model for brands, a couple of brands, and it gave me opportunities that I for sure appreciate. But yeah, this is how to take fit pics. Hope you all enjoyed another successful class and session. Hope you all was taking notes as well. I'll be telling y'all, this is like free gems, but they don't pay me a dime. But you can show some love, a like, comment, subscribe maybe, or I did indeed drop my hats. If you want to go shop Vnster, some more good clothes on there as well, you can do that. Hey yo, Brittany, start closing. It's time for me to go on my break. Hope you enjoyed, hope you learned. Join the community, connect with me as well. Everything is linked down below in the description. Yeah, become a vet. I'll see you all in the next one. I don't get paid enough, bro. If you're not bald,